adventures never end. Dragon tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland. There's Ford, he's the biggest, not the brave of heart. There's Cassie, so shy, also very smart. There's Zack and Wheezy, and these tales are fun, 'cause you know two heads are better than one. Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland.
Every day when you're walking down the street, everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you could learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message and it comes from the heart. Oh, believe in yourself, for that's the place to start. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. To learn to work and play and get along with each other. What a wonderful kind of day. What a wonderful kind of day.
Hey, DW! Hey! Whoa!
Hello. Welcome back to Deadfire. I don't know where the cats are, other than not in this room. They'll probably come by later. Is this lady the hunter, or the ranger, or whatever they're called? Is that the lady we just got? Gun lady? Oh yeah, she's got the bird. Yeah. So that's the lady we just got. So we got her now. We gotta go get Palagina. That's right. Gotta go get Palagina. Man, we had too many people and not enough party slots. I don't like having only 5 party slots. It's like, I gotta make decisions. Why can't I just have everyone hang out with me? What's up with that shit? So we should be in the palace, in the throne room. Yes. Yeah. So this is Maya. Takeo is there. Yeah, these are the guys we got last time. Okay. Turn this on. Yeah. Did the queen leave? The queen did leave. Alright. Let's talk to Prince Aruhi. Aruhi. Maybe.
Your coming is a favorable omen already.
Prince nods and crosses his arms, a self-satisfied smile on his lips. Wait, I don't have the religion? Oh, because, Shorty's in my party? Is she really not giving me that much religion? Maybe it's personal religion. How's
You
that?
happen by a time when our rivals bicker and tear at each other's throats. Bringing Gati's chosen on your trek up the mountain.
Nods to Takehu with approval.
It does not take a priest to see how the gods send us an outsider to dig under the skin of our enemies.
Ruhi chuckles to himself and nods. I'm not sure about that. You don't seem to take your rivals very seriously.
How can I when they posture and peck like a pair of kata birds?
He smirks and shakes his head.
I will not paddle around the island. My sister wants to know if you are as useful as you are disruptive. She trusts me to judge this. You did not come this far to serve the crown, I say. But sailing is an expensive hobby. Loyal service can keep your galley stocked.
Sorry, just sick. Have any problems with loyalty lately?
Nekataka is a city of friends, I say. We exchange so much between districts.
His smile tightens into a hard line.
Even my sister's advisors dine at the officers' lounge and indulge at the wild mare.
Haruhi grimaces and looks away. I take it you prefer your friends to remain close.
Here in Serpent's Crown, I can guarantee safety. But cavorting with outsiders, Akira, that is open water.
He opens his palms and sighs.
Takehu, I must remind you to be vigilant. Even though you will ignore my advice.
Haruhi raises his brow and smirks.
My prince, wild mares could not keep me from the wild mare, but I will remember your words.
A helpful warning, Herald of Bereth. From one friend to another.
What kind of loyal service did you have in mind? Though he had not been paying attention up to this point, Takehu rouses from distraction and blinks at you.
My sister keeps a tight grip on Nekataka, but the filth of it drips down her palm and into the gullet.
He opens his hand for emphasis and wipes it across his shoulder.
Under our noses, I say, do foreigners smuggle contraband and pay the Rapau for their silence. Take this if you need proof.
He tosses you a silver medallion inscribed with Valian honorifics. A Valian envoy medallion. Republics reward these for exemplary service.
Akira, you are sharper than my guards for knowing this, I say. An envoy ship sank a day's voyage out of Nekataka. He wore that on his breast. My guards recovered it in a raid of the gullet. This confirms my suspicion. Nekataka has a pirate problem.
Haruhi's upper lip curls with a taste. Pirates? I'm shocked. Seraphin's not actually in my party right now.
Smugglers and thieves cluster like rats in Delver's Row, a growth in the bowels of our city. I want someone to peddle the medallion to the black market, earn the trust of these pirates, and learn how supplies come into my city.
His gaze rises to meet yours, cold and calculating. Why do you need a watcher for inspection duty?
It must take keen senses to peer through the veil.
Haruhi thumbs his jaw and nods to himself. Takehu rocks back on his heels, nodding to himself. Who is he liking there? The prince or me?
Others will miss the details that stand out to you, I'm thinking.
To what end?
It will depend on what you find, I say.
He folds his arm and scrutinizes the floor between his feet, deep in thought.
Onikaza leaves this for me to handle. While she worries about the manor, I tidy up the basement.
I'm reserving judgment until I hear more.
Yours is not a face that others will recognize. Let no one learn that you work for the crown.
I didn't say I was working for you.
Naturally, you will want to take Ngati's chosen with you.
Haruhi smiles at Takehu and inclines his head.
Me? For what does the lower city need an artist?
Shorty really hates him.
You mistake me, I say. I send you because of the missive you delivered to my sister.
He raises his brow as a silent understanding passes between them.
Akira, I did not realize.
Takehu nods slowly and folds his arm. Is anyone going to include me in?
I Better if we discuss it on our way down the mountain.
Takehu turns to Aruahi. He nods in agreement.
Be on your guard in the gullet. I fear the caverns run deeper than even Ngati could guess.
The prince dismisses you with a nod.
What say?
I have questions about you and the Juana.
Ikera, both topics I know well.
He smiles and inclines his head. You and Onakaza represent the Kahanga tribe.
Akira, as the largest and most prosperous of the Deadfire tribes, the Kahanga have some authority to speak for the others. I say Onikaza and I are large stones in a tide pool, standing tall as the water rises to our necks.
What do you think of your sister's rule?
We agree on much, I say. The prosperity of the Juana, our burden to appease the gods.
He clears his throat and cranes his neck to tell if anyone is eavesdropping.
In the trading companies, Onikaza sees Worika testing us, weighing who deserves the Isles. I see Ngate sending krakens of gold and iron against our ship, but arming us with a single harpoon. The gods will judge us by our persistence and our grace before foes.
He inclines his head to Maya. She frowns and glances over her shoulder. You don't seem to think much of the trading companies.
My sister has mastered the diplomat's tongue, and I am foolish to give her frustrations a loud voice.
He sheepishly scratches the back of his head.
But Ikera, I pray every day that Ngati tests the outsiders against her tallest waves and longest serpents.
The ocean is a few monsters short since the Armada showed up. I think we passed your fish god's trial.
Oh, she's anti-religious.
Quite so, Maya.
He turns away, blushing. How does the caste system work in Nekataka?
It is the same in the city as anywhere in the Deadfire. Mataru judge our souls at birth and organize us for the survival of the tribe.
Pauses and frowns to himself.
I am not the first to say it, but Nekataka has more walls than beaches, more roads than clearings, and more people than fish. Nowhere in the city does a Raparu sit around the same fire as a Mataru. Nekataka tests our traditions, I say.
Don't you see that as a contradiction?
What man or woman of the Isles does not?
He chuckles and shakes his head.
Our ancestors built this place. We are the hermit crab who occupies a fallen shell. It is for my sister and her priest to judge the fit.
He shrugs, squinting up at the court's high ceiling. Okay. What mechanism controls this door is unclear. The plate does not budge under your fingers. Hi, Elbeck. Well, it is the Monarch's chair, so I would expect so. I think they have the nicest chair. Also got this sweet statue thing. Water dances in graceful circles around this coral sculpture.
You see my adorable fish, Captain. I leave you to guess which of them is real.
Oh, of course you made this, Takehu. I have no idea what's going on in any of this. You know, spoilers. We're still pretty early. This is... Played some Pillars 1 earlier today? Yeah, you gonna finish... Are you finishing the DLC? Raucous screeching of the birds in their cages is endless. Oh, what is this thing? Is that an idol, I guess? Quantum depiction of Hylia is almost menacing in its intensity. The simple construction, the sink is clear and tidy. Someone's finished off a quick meal here. Hit level 14 on the Endless Paths and right before Durgan's Battery. There you go. Primed for stripping. That's good. Cypher Rangas. Okay. Let's go back and talk to this guy, I guess. A Tapu. Photographer bites his thumbnail and mutters to himself. Okay, we don't get to talk to him yet. He's got a name, which means we're gonna talk to him at some point. This is like the Defiance Bay equivalent. It's the first big city, but it is huge. Makarama the Buoyant, beloved of Ngati. Ponama Birdscorn, greatest of explorers. Hemanga Makapu, defender of his people. Oh right, the big city, yeah. We're in... Basically, I have gone through pretty much I guess I did most of 2 districts last time. And then the stream before that, I literally spent the entire stream in 1 district, so it was like 3 hours. And there's like, I don't know, like 7 districts or something. So we're not even halfway cleared through this city. Who the fuck is this? That is like a fucking Fallout character. Is this game 500 hours long? I don't know. It's long, especially... I'm kind of slow. You meet a tall, brown-haired man dressed in full plate mail. That might not normally catch your eye, but his nail is unusual, colored a deep green and emblazoned with the image of a golden tree. That's one of the devs. Okay, I was like, this is... Yeah, it's very modern looking. Hand on the pommel of his sword, he watches the crowd go by with keen eyes, relaxed yet fully alert. He narrows his eyes when he spots you.
What do you need of me?
He looks at you warily, as if he's deciding whether you are a snake that might bite.
Well?
Tell me about yourself? He's initially hesitant, unsure of your intent. Eyes narrowed, he sizes you up, then nods.
I am the son of a disgraced noble family.
I waited.
My father and brothers were executed for treason when I was a boy. Rightfully so, I must add. And my mother, sister, and I were thrown out on the street.
Oh, okay.
All we had to our names was a trunk full of heirlooms. One of them was this suit of armor, which belonged to my eldest brother. Now I endeavor to live up to its promise and redeem my family's honor. That's
this gonna
the
be a
long and short of
sidekick?
it, really.
He's really got that bio down pat. Yeah, I guess he's had to explain it a lot. Oh, he's a shield, so he's a paladin. I think that's the paladin defensive order. Can you teach me what you've learned as a member of the Shield Bearers? He didn't even tell us he was a member of the Shield Bearers, but I guess maybe that was the crest.
Well, you would need to become a shield bearer yourself to really learn it all. I suppose I can teach you a thing or two as we stand here. The privilege will run you 3,000 copper, however.
Oh, that's interesting. So you could give us a bonus to survival and athletics.
As you like.
Which, I don't have any money, because I spent literally, like 15,000 copper last time buying up a pet shop. An entire pet shop? It was worth it. Oh, that looks cool. Ooh, very fancy. Alright, you've got that, you've got that, you've got that. Oh, everybody's got armor on, like, special effects. Let's see. It's the Shrine of Hylia. There's a Shrine of Hylia right off the throne room, even though they're obviously dedicated to Andra, or Ngati, as they call her. Still no cats.
Barati pays coin to feed the great eel.
Oh, maybe that's the Andra. Maybe it's upstairs. Glad they just let me wander around. But pages lie strewn between the books hold a strange alignment of letters. Not at all in the Juana alphabet.
Easy as Merc. Now that's dealt with.
Fish!
What did you find,
Fishies.
Ishi?
Ooh. Yeah, let's take this valuable... Oh, scrolls. I was gonna be books, but that's fine, I guess. Don't mind me just stealing everything. Hello, guard. Good work. Guarding. Keep it up. Barati, huh?
You songwriters need a guild if you hope to learn discipline.
Not so. We speak in the tongue of Ngati and Amira. Your pretty dances may upset the puddle, but we command the wind and sky.
Hey, I have missed our little talks.
Akira.
Water shaper and a storm speaker. Quite gurgly in the fountain is a constant backdrop in this spacious chamber. Doesn't say what this is, but I'm guessing this is a...
He smells one touched by the great eel, does Barati.
He refers to himself in the third person. The sizable Amawa tilts his head up and looks down his nose at you, flaring his nostrils with hungry interest.
You are a woman who sits across a fire with death. Akira?
The Pallid Knight and I are on familiar terms. God of Death. Or a God of Death. There's several of them, technically. He nods, clasping his hands with quiet delight.
For glutting mighty Tangaloa and hurling foes into their next life, Barati can offer payment. Coins for feeding hungry gods. Akira?
Akira!
Rewarding those who appease the great eel. This is Barati's cause.
There's so many bounty guys
May
in this
the
game.
beasts of the dreaming lands
I think this is the
never know
fourth one.
famine.
In Nekataka. Barati inclines his head and touches his brow, holding the pose with deep reverence. Akira?
Tangaloa rolls a hungry eye toward Dichila, a Valian captain who scouts for luminous Adra in sacred lands.
Barati squeezes his knuckles until they're bone white. I'll take the bounty.
Akira. Tangaloa knew it would be so. Dichila sails her Voyager Alicio around the waters south of Nikitaka. The great eel hungers for her soul.
Barati touches his brow and inclines his head. Alright, have fun. Let's see. What's this room? This is a fancier room? Whatever creature these jaws belong to was clearly massive.
I've got it.
Storm Speaker's warning. My prince, I have warned Kamaka against calling rain over the outsider forts, but still she delights in rusting their weapons and muddying their soil, which tells me that someone must have put her up to this trickery. Someone she trusts. She admires you, my prince, but I say that she is a storm you cannot control. Onakaze will not thank you for prodding the eel's den. You have given enough faith to Trickster Nagati. Now take Amira's example. Amira is Hylia. Okay, syncretized. And await the hatching of the egg. The turbulent skies speak of change and upheaval. I say let them come, but save your strength for the day the skies open. I have recommended that Kamauka seek you out. There is a place for her in the fleet if you find yourself in need of Amira's sharpened beak. For the Isles, Stormspeaker Baudo. Fine battle axe. Royal Hana clothing. Never. Yeah, right. We looked at that. Ooh, an exceptional large shield. Wanna guard Brigadine. Cool. Wanna guard helm. Scroll crackling belt. Ooh, Wanna colors. Well, Ruhi's collection is impressive. Few of the blades are actually sharp, so yeah, this is the prince's room. What does royal clothing look like? Ooh, fancy. Still gonna wear my fancy coat, I'm afraid. What the royal or the Wanna Guard Brigadier looks like. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, you can wear pants with shoes on, but it is tempting. So we got a hat. Oh yeah.
On it.
Let's see, is there not more stairs up? Oh, yeah, there are more stairs up. Okay. Hi, Fiona. Alright, cool. Oh, look at all those people. Ooh, oh, this is where the queen hangs out. Okay. Oh, she's got an even nicer. Motes of light dart through the winding stream of water like schools of fish. Cool. Man, she's got some fucking tigers.
You make a habit of turning up uninvited.
The queen has affected a far more relaxed posture. A pair of tigers lounge indolently beside her seat.
Kohopa, Tangaloa, welcome, our guest.
Yeah, these are the two. Did she name her tigers after the two aspects of the god? That's. She nods down to the cats. They fix you with attentive stares that cause many of the courtiers and attendants to gasp.
Watch out. When these things lick, well, I hope for your sake you're not ticklish.
You travel with a brave crew, Watcher.
Wondakaza smiles up at Adair. Instagram celebrity right here. Jesus, you know. Oh, we gotta be nice to them. Good Kohopa, good Kangaloa.
Nothing to fear, I say. If a queen cannot wrangle two cats, what right has she to the Deadfire?
She drags a hand over both of their massive heads. They lean into the gesture. She has long-ass arms, then.
There are many leagues between here and Hasongo. I trust you have packed for the journey?
I just wanted to look around.
Then look. Take in every delight, within reason.
She's the queen of this whole region,
do
yes.
not
She is the
waste
queen of the
my time.
Deadfire. Or, kind of. She is the leader of one of the tribes of the native peoples, and they said that they are recognized as the most powerful tribe. So that's what the prince said a few minutes ago, is he said they have some authority to speak for all of the tribes because they're the most powerful. Well, this whole building is their palace, but like that was the throne that we saw down below. So I guess this is her casual zone. She dismisses you with a casual wave, but you catch a trace of amusement in the gesture.
The boldness of foreigners.
She shakes her head and strokes the nape of a tiger's neck. Alright, okay. The casual throne, yes, that's what this appears to be. I think all of the other factions, like the outsider factions, treat her as the ruler of the region. I'm not sure how the other Hawana tribes feel about her necessarily. We have not met too many of them. So I think this is taking us back outside the palace. This is like a shortcut. Oh, well, yes and no. We are outside the
When
palace.
I was
I don't know
little,
if this
me
is
and my
a...
brothers used to spend hours chasing each other through the Merkberry
There's a
fields.
cat, though.
Don't think a day went by I didn't have a skinned knee or a bleeding elbow.
Oh, we did that sometimes. Only my brother usually had a hand in the bleeding.
He older or younger than you? Either way, I bet he's just as strapping.
God, Shoni.
Older. Was older. Then Raid Sarah's invaded.
Oh, I didn't... I mean, of course, it's... gone, but I'm so sorry.
Yes,
Shoni.
Captain.
Awkward flirting. Okay.
Captain,
Okay.
Huh?
Let's get our stray cat. Yeah, Prissy. Alright. Prissy. Oh, it's Black Cat. Members regain some health. Okay. Who's got space? Chody has space. Rare Dan. Let's talk to
Huh?
Gerard. Gervard Calder. You find a young man with a long blonde hair drawn back in a simple club. His clothes are spare but well tailored, and his armor, a fine brigandine in blue and silver, is polished to a shine. He leans casually to one side, a clean hand on his hip, and sighs, bored. His eyes light up when he sees you. Jerry, yeah.
Hello there. Come to have a word? I don't bite, I promise. Yes?
Tell me about yourself. This is the first time these feel like the NPCs in 1 that were just like backer rewards that were so kind of disruptive to the game, and I haven't had it run into anything like that before.
Gladly, my friend. Gladly. And how kind of you to ask.
Clears his throat with a theatrical wave of his hand. Clears his throat with a wave of his hand.
I am the youngest son of a noble house. Now, don't make that face. Poor, desperate fool, you must be thinking. Well, waste not your sympathies on me. Truly, I consider it a boon rather than a punishment.
Well,
All
cats
the
are
comfort
running
and
around
none of the
now.
responsibility. What's not
Get
to like
noise.
about that?
Well, that's not always how that works. What are you doing in the Deadfire then?
What else brings faraway travelers to the archipelago? Adventure. I've nursed a great love for heroic tales since my boyhood. As I was loafing about my father's estate, I thought, well, Gervard, isn't it time you made a name for
Gervard.
yourself as well? So here I am. And though I dare say I'm little use in a fistfight, I can do a fair bit of magic and draw a lovely map. So I've taken to charting the interior wilderness of the Deadfire's larger islands.
That sounds dangerous in its own right. Oh, I'll listen.
But truly, if I could only inspire others as I myself have been inspired by those old tales, why, it would be marvelous.
Is he a chanter?
Anyway, enough of my prattling. Surely you've other things to do.
Can you teach me what you've learned in your adventures?
Oh, it would be my absolute pleasure. For a
Ooh.
price, of course.
History
3,000
Arcana.
copper? Well, I'll be here if you change your mind.
I do want that.
right.
Okay. Well, can't get down here. Wait, what? Okay, I was like, I clicked and I was like, are they really gonna try to get down there? Jump down? Oh no. Oh, it's just telling me. Okay, that's fine. God, kittens, come on. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's not a shortcut. Looks like we gotta go all the way back down. Dio. You having fun, Dio? At least the rooms or the different locations load pretty quickly once you've been there once in a session. Okay. Okay.
Adair, I get the feeling you don't like me much. Was it something I said?
Oh.
I think it was something I said.
No, it's not. You're not doing anything wrong, exactly.
Really? I mean, you tell me if you had a problem, right? If I'd bothered you this whole time?
It's nothing personal. I just don't think we need to be talking, is all.
Oh.
Oh,
Thanks
fuck!
for clearing that up.
Shut down!
Huh?
Shut the
Right.
fuck down! So the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure Adair actually has a positive relationship with Chody, and Chody actually has a 0 with Adair right now. It's just because they're written that this is their conversations they always have. They seem that Chody is like, you know, awkwardly flirting with Adair. Did we look at? I think we looked at Takei's. I don't know if we looked at Maya's. Oh no, we did. That's right. So let's see here. Is Adair a jerk, actually? I mean, I understand why he doesn't like Chody. And he's trying to be very diplomatic about it. He has pretty good reasons. Let's see, so we have the Valians like us, the Juana like us. I mean, kind of. They're both one, which is very much. We don't have any reputation with the Rautai or the Principe. Let's go over here. Let's go to the east exit. So what quest do I have? That's the gullet. Let's see, that we can't, that's elsewhere. This is just go to meet them, which is in the Queen's Birth, which we've been. This is the Brass Citadel, which is also just talking to them. The gullet. That's Temple of Gone. I don't know where that is, though. Queen's Birth. Oh, that's the one that's right. Okay. Oh, I don't even remember this. Oh, maybe this guy. Maybe that was when I got the Trade Secrets one. Yes. Okay. This is Brass Citadel. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I guess there's 6 districts, and we've been through half of them. Okay. Let's go to the Sacred Stair, I guess. Looks like that's where we're gonna go. Are you gonna settle down, Dio? Hmm? Oh, the secret stare. Yeah, do you want to settle down? Yay! Now how long will Dio sit there before he runs off?
Incense? Offerings for the temple?
Scent of beeswax and incense wafts from these barrels and crates. Huh. That's a handsome? Oh, Dio.
Shining God, light your path, stranger. Can I interest you in any of our wares? We gathered what we could. Much of our coin goes towards feeding those in need over at the temple. Thank you, ma'am.
Are you okay? Well, I don't need any of the... Oh, what's that? Oh, Whale's Wind is a mixture of rums and any other strong spirit available, and tropical juices. I see. Oh, a hearty breakfast. Eggs and smoked pork belly served with a side of fruit. Nice. The Herald of Wrath, are you here to see the priest? I mean, maybe. This is a whole
Payment
district
for
full of
heads.
religious people.
It could be no simpler, I say.
An armored Juana turns and looks you up and down. She holds the motionless pose across a long and contemplative silence. Finally, she draws out a single pyre and balances the coin on her knuckles.
Tell me, are you someone who walks the path that coin lays out before you?
She arches her fingers in a wave, causing the coin to flip from one knuckle to the next. She seems enraptured by the motion. Lately the gods tend to steer me around.
In death, they steer your soul. But in life, you are bound to coin.
I'm really not.
Transmuting actions into payment is the alchemy that orders our world. All things turn on the axis of a coin bond.
Ugh. Capitalism as a cult. Oh, hi, both kittens. Aww. She touches her brow with a free hand as she says the word. Her coin continues its winding journey uninterrupted.
I pay bounties so that death can bring order to life. Would you help me continue the cycle?
I think I have a terrible sleight of hand. I think I might have no sleight of hand. What bounties do you have available?
If you would forge a coin bond, I know of people on these islands who must die. Their fate is already decided. The coin wishes only to collect.
Don't give me that shit.
Dugra the Ascetic is wanted for crimes against his monastic order. His people have made a coin bond for his death.
It's a contract. You're talking about a contract. She holds a pyre and lovingly inspects its edge, running her index finger along the curve.
The Orlan wanders the wilderness on the island of Crookspur. northwest of Nekataka.
She closes her fist around the pyre. I have some questions?
Speak freely, I say.
Do you have any other hobbies?
I am a paladin of the Gold Pact Order.
Yeah, that's what I
Since
figured.
taking my oath, I have never been absent of work and duty for longer than an afternoon.
She stands rigid and raises a fist over her heart. Something in her manner softens.
I also enjoy knitting on occasion.
Supplies! Get your supplies here! Consider, friend, the blessings of the priests are priceless, but so too is good sense. I have supplies here, so that daring travelers may live to honor the gods. Certainly.
What you got? A magnificent escape gate. Plus 10 deflection against disengagement attacks while bloody or near death. Okay. Don't care. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Good crafting spots. Tiabo.
Hello, Watcher. Fancy a look at this stock? Straight from the laboratory. Have a look.
The amazing and truly incredible instant potion belt. Summons a random potion into an empty quick slot. Oh, that's cool. Ring of Overseering, also good. Okura's Kettle is a helmet. 10% chance to cast boiling spray at an enemy and the wearer is critically hit in melee. Alright, that's pretty funny. Animancy cat. Oh my god, it's a pet! It's a cat! Oh my god, it's a very expensive pet. Shit. Ah, shit. I can't afford that pet. Damn it. I have to come back. You have to buy it. It has a cone. I know, but I literally don't have that much money. I don't even know if I could sell things to get to that much money. It's a lot of money. Sell everything you have. We'll come back for it. I do have to get all the pets. That is an important goal. Maybe the most important goal of this game. Magran's Blessing, huh? So we've got the Temple of Gone. This is the Spire of the Soul Seers. The Temple of Barath. This is the Temple of Magran. Okay. Ooh, cat. Pawsy. Oh, +1 to all fire keyworded power levels. Any party gains a reflex bonus. Oh, my favorite god, breath.
Right.
That's ridiculous. Find a man of middle years inspecting a metal tool unlike any you've seen. He has several similarly strange items on his belt, all quite clean and orderly. They look like the tools one might use to pull a tooth, or shoe a horse, but much more delicate. He wears pristine, cream-colored robes. The muzzle of an arquebus is visible just over his shoulder. His eyes brighten when he notices you.
A good day, traveler. I see you've taken an eye to my instruments. If you've any interest in the medical sciences, you need only ask. Well then, questions?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm a researcher in the medical sciences. And before you ask, no, I don't mean animancy. Neither do I mean magic, nor, gods forbid, necromancy. Medicine. Study of the kith body, its inner workings and such.
why would medicine, or like, why would, I don't like when magic is, why is there a Dutchman here? I guess if they could get into Japan. I don't like when magic is separated out from science in a setting where magic is not like if your magic is purely divine, like only from the gods, then you could separate it, but it's not. It is like I like how animacy is just treated as a science. So I don't know. It seems weird to separate that out, but
I've misgivings about magic use. It's useful, I'll grant you that. But it's a crutch. Stunts our scientific development, you understand?
yeah, this literally makes no sense
Makes
in
me
the
a bit
context of
unpopular,
pillars.
as you
Like,
can no doubt imagine.
this is completely
Which is why
opposite
I've
the
got
way
this
that they portray
arquebus
magic in every other context. But I guess he does say he is unpopular.
A patient of mine died under questionable circumstances. One morning they were fine, and the next they were dead. Someone is trying to discredit my work, I just know it. But they won't succeed.
Like, this is the equivalent of like of like a guy who, you know, doesn't want to like a guy who doesn't want to use modern medicine because he thinks it's you know demonic or something. I don't know. Like,
I came here to the archipelago to evade my rival's attempts at sabotage. And there certainly is quite a lot of work in the Deadfire, I must tell you.
can you tell me what you've learned in your research?
I've told you of my troubles. I suppose it's the least I can do. Settle in now.
Why does he
I've
then
got
give
a
a
lecture
bonus to
prepared for
religion?
just this occasion. Of course, it will cost you 3,000 copper. Should you change your mind?
Talk to Hottie. The Magronite priest has the build of a boulder. His thick-set frame stretches his fine robes at the seams. He regards you with a steady, calm gaze, nodding in greeting.
Be welcome. We gather to honor the goddess, for we must earn the strength to endure the darkest of life's battles.
I didn't expect to see so many foreigners at the temples.
It is an opportunity to learn. What good is a fighter who knows how to defend against a single enemy? If we must one day fight one another, such is Magran's will. Each obstacle is a challenge we must answer. These are whetstones that sharpen us into fine blades.
Yeah, Magran's a kind of a piece of shit.
Akira, rain and wind is a better teacher than any priest. A fighter accustomed to comfort earns only bruises.
So you defeated this ship-devouring beast all by yourself?
I'm telling you, you just have to aim for the eyes.
You go in first.
The winds whip violently along the cliffs below, carrying the sound of rustling trees with them. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. This tree, its roots digging deep into the rock and bricks, hangs over the ledge of the precipice. Below, an open tomb clings to the sheer walls of the cliff. Peer over the precipice? The precipice drops hundreds of feet into the lower districts of Nekataka. Strong winds assail the cliff, whistling as they crash against its rocks. A few yards below, the ledge of an open tomb rests on them. We'll come back to that. massive door looms before you. The edges are sealed so tight, not a breath of air escapes them. Religious runes sprawl the length, carved deeply into pitted stone. You recognize the runes as Memento Mori, depicting the inevitability of death and the immortality of the soul. Huh. Something about stepping into the jaws of Tangaloa with a full heart. Charming prospect, I say. Takehu examines the door, stroking his chin. The door shudders and groans at your approach. Inspect. Choose a party member. An elaborate etching spans the stone's width, carved faintly beneath several runes. It depicts a small crowd praying to a pair of giant eels that have coiled above a large door. An Amawa priest holds a disc near the door's face. A religious artifact blessed by Barath is likely necessary to open this entryway. Am I not a religious artifact blessed by Barath? I'm the herald. That seems like it should count.
We will witness a new beginning.
So the Temple of Gone. Got the Spire. We have the Temple of Barath. And we have this thing going down in this tomb. Guess we'll go in the Temple of Gone. This is where Adair's person that we're supposed to talk to is. Adair's ex. I had a moment where I was like, a Derek?
It's you.
Oh boy. Let's talk to this guy.
So it is you. I could not think of a reason why your ghost should haunt the Deadfire, save to haunt me. And that smacks of arrogance.
I'm trying to. I feel like I do actually know this name, but I don't remember it. I don't remember who it is if I do. Derek smiles crookedly at you. Something. Wait, is this the guy from the DLC? Something which causes the soldier beside him to regard you with amused curiosity.
Sister.
Derek turns toward Chody, bowing his head. Blushing, Chody tries not to preen. She tries not to preen. Derek gestures, and the soldier turns away. He steps in closer to you as if to share a conspiratorial whisper, but you notice that he is looking elsewhere, behind you, around you.
Another collection of spirits?
Yeah, he's the other watcher.
Nua was destroyed, and you with it. I was sorry to hear it.
I have no idea who you are. I was dead. Barath brought me back.
The gods have a purpose for you. That much has always been clear.
Derek seems to be speaking entirely in earnest. There is a trace of envy in his voice.
When the priest spoke of Aoth's return, I volunteered to come, along with a few of my men. I think the Morning Council was content to have me out of the way. That's putting it all very simply. But then, I suspect few of us have simple reasons for coming to the Deadfire.
He regards you expectantly. I'm here to conquer the Deadfire for the Deerwood. I think I'll build my next keep here. Tracking down Aethys.
So, his appearance has renewed your faith as well?
No, it
I
hasn't.
think for once, I am content to wait. If our God wishes to speak with us, wishes anything of us, he will give us a sign. The priests pray daily for it.
What do you want from Aethys, Derek?
I would know if he has a plan for Raid Saris.
Seem to remember he already had one. Just wasn't any good.
Yes, play the jealous child. All you knew of his plan was that you weren't part of it.
Aethys had something he wanted to get done, and he chose Raid Saris to pay the price.
Okay, guys, come on. Let's break it up. Hi, Billy. Billy says, "Heck yeah, rule by conquest."
Say what you want about Dear Woodens, but at least they got a will of their own.
Ah! Fuck! Boys, stop! You're both beautiful. Thank you, game, for giving me the option to basically say exactly what I was saying.
You're right. That was uncalled for. I apologize.
Derek takes a step back, red-faced. What news of Raid Saris?
Each missive from the Deadfire raises new tumult. Some believe our Lord restored, while others doubt. We've done penance for many long years. None of us know what forgiveness ought to look like.
I like his portrait, like, has a really weird angle on it. Like, he's, like, getting up into the, like, a camera lens and it's distorting his face. Like, it's, I like it.
It doesn't seem like Aethys has his mind on forgiveness these days.
Sorry, Derek. I lost your sword along with my castle. And all of my other magic items.
That sword was only meant to keep you alive through your ordeal. It's fulfilled its purpose.
I mean, or it failed its purpose, considering I did die. Still fretting about your watcher abilities? Derek's jaw tenses and he looks away, shifting uncomfortably.
I don't know. I came here on a pilgrimage of a kind. Nikitaka is full of spirits. And the sea, where to begin?
Self-loathing is a blight on the soul, Adaric. Don't make your journey through hell darker than it has to be.
Okay, who likes that?
You're right, of course, sister.
Derek stands up a little straighter, as if scolded. He shifts uncomfortably, his gaunt face drawn.
You are a watcher still, yet you are neither mad nor killed. It's good to see.
I found the man behind my awakening and put my past lives to rest. Or I could say likewise, because I mean he seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I would say likewise. Derek's mouth twitches into a begrudging smile and he tips his head in acknowledgement. Alright, see you around.
Take care, and may the shining God light your way.
I mean, it is leading my path, but not in the way that you mean.
Yeah, sure. God hears your prayers.
Offerings of fruit, bread, and even wine. Even wine have been set here for the temple. So here's, oh, we gotta go get this cat. Frau Nils. Aww. So you're actually with melee attacks. Not useful. But it's okay. You don't have to be useful.
Huh?
The weathered and aged, this tree is dotted with buds and nascent branches indicating new growth. Let's talk to the High Priestess. Wait, who do we have to talk to for quests? Well, that's none of these people. Alright, I assumed one of these people. As you approach, a wood elf straightens over an altar to Gone. Her robes mark her as a high priestess. She arches and cracks her back loudly, a satisfied grin spreading across her face soon after.
Jody, I do hope you are not getting into trouble now.
God.
Who, me? No, I wouldn't dream of it.
She smiles at the sight of a stranger. You're the high priestess of this temple?
Do swine stink like shit?
She hits you with a toothy smile, eyes glittering with amusement.
I'm guessing you're not here to worship. Then what can I do for you?
You must be getting a lot of people in here these days.
Oh, yes. People are afraid, angry. Change can be frightening. But what did any of us come here for, if not a new beginning?
So your devotees have gone. About Aethys' other manifestations.
Gone's the only one that matters.
Wow! Choni scoffs. Saywin, I think, shuts her eyes, exhales sharply, and then opens them again to regard you with a patient smile.
The Shining God's got many faces, but they're all his to wear. Divine King Widewind, he saw the dawn stars, telling him of things to come. But it's gone with sickle and lantern that's come to the Deadfire. Our God's returned, and he's gonna bring balance to the world. He's gonna right all the wrongs we have suffered. Gone will bring a new beginning for all of us when that hour comes.
Doesn't this place get a little damp?
No more than anywhere else. No sense fighting it. The water sustains our faith, surely as it does these trees.
I don't think that's true. We're looking for someone. She may have been through here years back.
We receive followers of the Shining God every day. You might want to speak with Nordegand over there.
She points to her right. I did not see a Nordegand.
She's been here the longest, and takes care to know everyone of our faith.
Oh, she's there. I didn't see that before. Maybe I just missed that. Dream journal. The writing on this tattered scrap of paper looks like it was penned by someone still asleep. You ever had a dream so real that you wanted Aethys so badly that you could do anything? A line is drawn through the writing below, which its author has scrawled, "No more cheese before bed." Well, let's not steal the fresh fruit. Gone is detected, with a warm smile, but the eyes beneath his hood hold unsettling fervor. Let's talk to Vertan.
I can't believe it. Is that really you?
Solid meals and decent sleep have filled Vertan's lean frame out somewhat, but the man retains a fox-like aspect around his face. He greets you with an undecisive smile, unsure whether to be nervous or pleased.
And Adair, you made it out of Gilded Vale for good then. I'm glad.
I don't remember who this guy is.
A lot more might have made it out if you hadn't left him for dead.
Adair's fists clench and unclench several times.
I haven't forgotten. It's why I'm here, Adair.
Vertan doesn't meet Adair's eyes. It takes visible effort for him to meet yours. I'm gonna look up real quick who he is. God darn it. Give me my... There we go. Vertan. Who's this guy? Oh, he's in the... Oh, he's... Oh, okay, he's the guy in the quest of the temple. In that first village. Who's like... Yeah, okay. Yeah, he got everyone in the temple killed. I do remember that, but that's at the very beginning of the game. Vertan, what are you doing here?
I kept to my word. I started trying to help around town like you told me. When the Hollowborn curse ended, it was like... You can't imagine what that meant to everyone. We had some good years. Then word came through that the Dawn Stars were coming out here. That the Shattered God was back to being the Shining God. Blazes, I tossed and turned about it. I figured there couldn't be a clearer sign.
It was just a sign specifically for you.
So now I'm doing what I can. Handing out food mostly, or delivering supplies. Familiar work, I guess. Took some getting used to, working shoulder to shoulder with Raid Sarens, but it's not so hard as you'd think. Feels like I'm on the right path. Toward a little piece of redemption, maybe?
I do want to tell him this, but it would upset multiple members of my party. Guess everyone's chasing after Aethys these days.
You too, eh? Don't know what you have to be sorry for. Would be nice to get some answers, maybe. Or forgiveness for getting his people killed. I don't know.
God, do I tell him that? There are no true gods to redeem us. There are no true gods to redeem us, Vertan. There's just us.
Well, I guess you've changed your mind some since we met.
Chody's eyes, yeah, Chody doesn't like
I
it.
never got a sign from Aethys to begin with. There was just you. If it comes down to what we can live with, I'm
Yeah,
still in
you
the
should
right
still
place.
be doing that. I'm just telling you, it's not about the gods. I don't remember what I said to you in the first game. If I did tell you that was how God was gonna like you again or something.
Yeah, well, we'll see where you end up in the next life. They can't redeem you, but you'll still be judged.
I mean, no, that's not how the reincarnation in this world works, Adair. It's completely random. How much did Chody get mad at me? Yeah, I mean, she really doesn't like it when I say that, but she likes everything else that I say, so.
Hungry? Come on up. Don't be shy.
No, I don't eat any food. Oh, I'll give you a donation. That's a lot of sleight of hand.
The Shining God will bless you for it, ma'am. That coin will help those in need.
Man bows his head. Alright, let's talk to Nordegand. Really? That's not stealing? Okay. Thanks.
Here for a meal? Just get in line, dear. Ain't no trick to it.
Hey, there's a lady I'm looking for. Came from Deerwood.
Adair waves a hand in the old woman's face, as though expecting cataracts she does not appear to have.
Short, got a bad temper. It goes by Alava Mazzy. Heard of her?
I know an Alava, but that ain't a surname.
No?
Adair's jaw shifts sideways to gnaw on his pipe stem.
Not real warm, that one. Stop by unannounced, you get a pistol up your nose when she answers the door.
So I always bad. Sounds like she's expecting you, Adair.
Yeah, that's her. So, she's living with her, husband, then?
Not that I noticed.
Adair exhales a surprising amount of air.
Huh. Must be laying low.
Just that boy of hers.
Adair's body goes perfectly still. It seems to waver in the breeze.
She's got a son? How old would you say? Like a little boy?
Groaning, Chody pulls her hair forward over his face, as if she can hide from the moment. Oh, this is getting good.
Oh, I couldn't say. It's been years. He must be a young man by now.
Wow, that's something. Well, thanks for your help.
The stream is rapidly reaching peak voice, says Billy. It's good.
Don't you want to know where to find her?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
She's in Hasongo, last I heard.
Oh, well, that's where we're going, Adair. That's where the queen told us to go. It's fate.
I guess we'll look that way then. Much obliged.
Yeah?
It's fate. Is there anything up here? What is, like, the deal with this thing? Where does this go? Nowhere. Okay. That seems irresponsible. Oh.
You know how I've saying there's nothing more important to me than us freeing you from Bareth's bonds?
Yeah.
Well, I meant that. I did.
Adair's breath lingers in his chest and his mouth hangs ajar, throwing his statement into immediate doubt.
But there's this other thing I need to see about. On the way, like. I was gonna tell you.
I use you for my ends all the time. Well, that's terrible. It's only fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Alright, in a journey full of obstacles, what's fun? I'd say it's only fair.
I'm glad you see it that way. This thing with the gods holding your soul for ransom, we're still gonna take care of that. Right after. This woman, well, love's not the right word, but she was something to me once, back in Gilded Vale.
Latin it up with Adair and the boys, yeah.
When I was mayor of Deerford, I had this vision of what I wanted it to look like. It was gonna be what Gilded Vale was, before the legacy.
Can you believe Fiona likes a loth more than Adair? Like, come on, this boy.
And in some ways it got there. I was proud of that. But it didn't feel like I thought it would. Come to realize there was someone I needed to show it to. Ilava, well, she'd have been about the last person left in Deerwood who'd have seen what I made and understood. Last I saw her, she was going to New Hayamar. Went looking for her there, only to find that she'd left a long time ago. Anyway, I don't expect you to understand, but I gotta know she ended up all right.
Alexis, everyone but Palagina is bad, actually. Oh, that's right, we gotta recruit Palagina. We can do that now, I think. I don't remember where she is. But we saw her at the throne room. Or no, we didn't see her in the throne room. They mentioned her in the throne room. And we're like, oh, we should send Palagina with the Watcher. And then they're like, oh, but she's actually banished. So you'd have to go find her. It's like, okay, I'll go find her. It sounds like she ended up with a son.
Yeah, that's something. Coming out of Deerwood during that time. When I knew her, she had another little boy, just a baby. But the legacy deprived him of a proper life. I never found out what happened to him. But with the Hollowborn, he didn't have to ask. Guess he got a brother, though.
Adair falls quiet, blinking several times before noting your continued presence. You're sure you want to know where this leads?
No, but I don't see a way to let this go. Least a way's not now.
It's a good game, Elbeck.
Last time I saw Ilava, we got friendly.
We
Now
got friendly. Yeah, the weather, there's a lot of really good effects in this game for, you know, it's like, oh, it looks like a Baldur's Gate or something, but man, it looks really good. Adair's shrug is rigid, his smile at least half rinse. Alright, let's get moving. Adair is a daddy. That's what he's worried about. I mean, he's definitely a daddy, but he's worried about being a dad. Let's go to the Spire of the Seers? Soul Seers? I don't know what the fuck this is. Existential Dattery. Let's take all this shit. Animancy in the modern age. Blood. 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 Foul smelling. Foul copper smelling something blood. Blood. And bits of sick. Dare does not love it when you call him Big Papa. I wonder how old Chody is. I feel like she's fairly young.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
Oops. there's a lot of shit going on here.
Merla, burned. Well, that won't do it all.
Cadminazo, I know that name from somewhere. Notice scrolled into the margin between diagrams. I can't see what that says. Increase current. Lightning? Question mark, question mark? Thanks for all your shit. The hum of the machine dips into a lower tone whenever someone stands in arm's reach. Oh, maybe this is the guy I'm looking for a quest. He might have a quest. Oh, Cadminazo with that dingus in the sanitarium. Okay, that's where the name is from. This area is just full of people we know. A steady white-haired elf frowns down at a table covered in coiled copper wires and glimmering shards of adra. Her gloved hands smooth her well-tailored Valian coat as she mumbles under her breath. Apparently absorbed in her work, the Animancer doesn't acknowledge her presence. Why is there an Animancer's tower in the religious district? That seems just designed to piss people off. Clear your throat. The woman spins on you, blinking rapidly behind a pair of brass-rimmed spectacles. Her bright carmine eyes and paper-white skin mark her as one of the glam felon.
Hello, my apologies. I didn't see you there.
Her Adiran bears a clear, crisp, but difficult-to-place accent. Pale elf examines you warily, unease clear in the set out of her shoulders. You alright?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be?
One of her pale eyebrows arches. She tugs at her gloves and looks away from you. Calm settles about her like a burial shroud. Jeez.
Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
She settles her spectacles on her nose. As she does so, you notice her hands shaking. That's our insight.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
Elvex said, did you carry your save over into this game? Yes. Yes, I did. Yeah, there's a lot of people that can end up dead. Of course, that are just not in this game. Definitely a Derek, the guy in the Temple of Gone, can end up dead. I think you can actually kill that other guy too, Wertan. But I tried to generally leave people alive, unless they were dragons. Her thin lips settle into a crooked smile. As she speaks, a drop of blood rolls out of the elf's nose and drips onto her lips. She pulls a handkerchief from her coat pocket and wipes away the blood without a word. Dragons are people too. They're not kith. They might be people, but... oh well. You're bleeding.
Indeed. I apologize if you find the sight of blood unsettling. Though, from your appearance, I would expect you to be well acquainted with it.
I'm not sure if that's a burn or not. It's accurate.
In any case, why are you here?
Jesus. Just attack her. How'd you come to be in Nekataka?
It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage.
The words are flat and her voice affectless. Idwin is not calm. She shifts her weight from foot to foot and looks anywhere but at your face. She has the restless, nervous air of a horse about to bolt.
I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
I know of no animancy that must be done strictly at sea.
A fellow researcher. Then perhaps you will understand.
She steeples her fingers and gives you a sly smile.
I've long been fascinated by the nature of entropy. Nothing is unaffected by the passage of time, excepting souls. Supposedly.
She smirks.
Is it not possible that repeated reincarnation damages a soul? Could the process of reincarnation itself be responsible for some of the many ills that plague the souls of Kith? I deduced that it was possible to escape the cycle, escape Bareth's grasp, to remove one's soul from the wheel.
I mean, that didn't go over my head. I would like to be able to say, just like, tell me more. I want to know about this. That's utter nonsense. I guess we'll say that, because I definitely understood. I just feel like that's, as far as we know, that's not possible, but that's why I want to know if it's possible.
I suppose I was wrong to expect more from you.
She heaves a great sigh and straightens her cravat. Stop dancing around my questions. Tell me what's going on.
If you insist.
She takes a step back at your sudden request and clears her throat.
With the aid of a device of copper and Audra, I have uncoupled my soul from my body, freeing myself of Bareth's wheel. I belong only to myself now.
Pride girds her voice. What the fuck? So you're just a body, but then you'd be hollow-born. I don't understand. I'm gonna say nothing.
Your silence speaks volumes.
Your accent isn't Valian. Why are you dressed like... God, I wish I could ask her more questions about this.
Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way.
Her clothing is spotless and well-tailored in the old Valiant style, replete with lace, silk velvet, and brocade.
I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in The White That Wends.
As she straightens the cuff of her jerkin, a small look of satisfaction flits across her face. You could say, it's hideous, who's your tailor, or it's marvelous, who's your tailor. We're gonna go with it's marvelous. I think, I mean, she's wearing a similar coat to mine, but I think it's nicer.
I am, of course.
Oh, she puts her hands on her tips and straightens her back. You're an animancer and a seamstress?
A curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think.
I suppose they do both require careful hands and an obsessive attention to detail.
Care and patience, yes. It is gratifying to be understood.
She brushes a speck of dust from the front of her coat and gives you a lopsided smile. Any interest in getting out of this tower for some field study? Yeah, field study. She blinks at your offer, then puts a finger to her lips, clearly considering her next words.
I think, perhaps, that I would be grateful for the opportunity.
Sure, why not?
Truly?
She blinks, her mouth hanging half open.
Whoa, you sure about that?
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
An Ord Hyoma expression of gratitude. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Ord Hyoma is. I guess that's from The White That Wends. She clasps your hand in hers, pumps it quickly, and releases. After a quick pat down of the various pockets sewn into her coat, Idwin nods sharply and rests a hand on the hilt of her rapier.
I have all that I need. We may depart at your leisure.
Her lips curl into a coy little smile, and she says no more. Is this a sidekick? This is a sidekick, right? Wow. I'm trying to think of, so how does this work? Right. So I think we could have her be the multi-class. That seems like a pretty good combination. Cypher and Rogue. I'm probably not going to be using her. Let's see here. I assume she's a sidekick. I'm going to look it up real quick because I don't know why it hadn't said. Yeah, she's a sidekick. Didn't seem like she was. Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, will do.
Let's talk to Flaun Ilette. From her unkept hair to her agitated pacing, Flaun Iletta gives off an air of restrained chaos. She waves you over with a few quick motions.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
She turns away to scroll a quick note. You work here?
Not the coziest place for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers are still a little soft.
What are you working on here?
Glad you asked, Amika. Very glad. We are very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers.
I don't know that I want to volunteer.
We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
There aren't needles involved, are there?
No, nothing invasive. You'd just be putting your Watcher's gift to use. Here, I'll explain. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne?
The spice.
But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities
we're gonna make
to transport a person
teleporter
across great distances in a moment.
Your theory is sound. I've used the Adra to track someone before.
Oh, good. You've done some experimenting on your own. A curious mind is a happy mind, I say. Can't mope about ghosts all day. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar.
You know, the next pillar of eternity.
Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance.
You want to use my connection to the Adra. I could target a specific pillar.
Precisely right. We've had luck with shorter jumps, but those were as much spellcraft as science. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really
That's not the way that was
exciting
written.
is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
Billy says, hey, that's the name of the game!
Sorry, which was the exciting part? I may have missed something.
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry. We paid the farmers.
But what if something goes wrong?
There was that fellow that jumped a little too far over the edge.
Stop scaring our assistant.
Great. We're gonna start this and somebody's gonna be like, I still have nightmares about that cat. This plan sounds like it's gonna event horizon you. Well, alright. We don't have the best combat party right now, but it should be okay if we get trapped in a nether dimension.
Gelarde. Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine.
Oh, we didn't talk to that Cadmanazzo. Maybe we should have done that before we did this.
All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. This is not a farm.
So, are we dead now? You're supposed to be the expert here.
Oh, I don't know if this is good. Realm of the Beast of Winter. I don't like that.
This is why I safeguard the souls in my lantern. Traversing hell ain't always as easy as it ought to be.
Alright. Oh god. Uh-huh. Billy says I was right! I am using my pistol. I don't even remember what you guys have equipped. Alright, that's what you guys have equipped. Those are all the correct things to have equipped. Oh, you have combat AI on. Turn that off. Just blow the fuck up. I think we should be fine.
That hardly seems fair.
Yeah.
Happy to oblige. Dim in the lantern. Sure thing.
Akira, a wave the size of a mountain.
You up there, run!
From what?
We have to go. Can't. No, please.
Rip. Oh, that one's not dead.
Help!
Oh no! I'm
Take him down.
trying to help. Well, she crit it for half its HP, so that's pretty good. And then she killed it.
Something I can do?
That's kind of
What
what
do you need?
I was like. As
Yeah.
soon as I got her, I was like, she's gonna be good.
I've got it.
Of all my
She's a
people,
ranger rogue, like that's.
I am the last. I cannot die here.
Who's saying that? Chunks of the unnatural architecture have been torn from their roots, hanging still in the void.
What have we here?
Spirit residue. That's what we have here.
She tekasi bizu. Yeked tigewu tikiki.
I conquered every city of the Grey Lands.
An
They
end
will
at
remember
last.
my name.
I beg.
Oh, hi.
Let's go.
All right.
One ready.
Let's see here. What do you have again? Insightful. Holy power. Alright. Let's get Insightful going. Lasts a good long time. Wait for those until you get here. Yeah, this still sucks. I don't know how to use that spell. Just doesn't really seem to work very well in this game. Well, you just keep shooting, I guess, because those are all bad.
Moe, you son of a cur!
What the fuck did you get hit by? Oh, that's annoying. I will be moonwelling.
Makes no difference.
Alright, we have the moonwell buff. Alright. Oh shit. That's annoying. So that got interrupted, but she still lost the spell slot, which means she doesn't get to cast both spells because does she only ever get 2? That sucks. I want more castings. Maybe she gets more later.
Can't make it down.
That dog won't hunt.
Holy shit, that guy hurt like fuck. Right. Oh my god, are you stuck? We're stuck. Did you not use this? Oh, you did use it. Okay. Hobbling, it's blinded. I'll try to blind it. Hi, Daimon. You seem to have ditched Broody Elf Man. I can only assume due to a misclick. I wasn't planning on getting into a fight. So we just have our new characters with us for story purposes, because Olaf is not relevant at this point. We kind of stumbled into... Well, I did something dumb, more or less. More or less intentionally. Alright, let's heal. Let's get him, yeah, he's within that range. It is blinded, that's good.
Take him down.
Okay. You are enfeebled. That's not so great. You didn't succeed in knocking it prone. You wanna try again? Sure. Wow, it has very good fortitude. Holy shit, it has good fortitude. Okay, well, we still gotta do this anyway, so. What are you trying to do? I don't know what that effect is.
Can't get.
Right. Is that really that huge? Holy shit. That's huge. Well, we either get that one or we get this one. I think we get this one. 'Cause this thing's gonna be harder to kill. Hey, you actually hit it. That's good. Do you need to be doing this?
Seek! There. For the homeland!
It's not supposed to happen.
No, no, stop. You're... Oh, fine.
You need something.
Take it.
Worth and rough.
Alright, as long as Adair's okay, he can just keep doing this.
No good, yeah?
Worth and rough.
Right between the eyes.
What do you need?
Keep going for it.
This does not work.
Take him down.
Yeah, there you go. Just don't die, Adair. Because I have no more healing. Oh, you can use that.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
Yeah, we're doing very low damage as well. Our penetration is so low. Oh boy.
Let's go.
We're trying. Oh my god, he grazed for 20 damage. Yeah, that's bad.
It makes no difference.
Alright. Missed. Just hang in there, Adair. Oh, okay. We're pulling Adair back. Who else gets... Who's tanky? Honestly, you're tanky.
No!
Oh shit, he went down.
Let's go.
Fuck.
Almost.
Adair's down! Doesn't Adair have a thing where he gets... Oh my god. It hit her for 70 damage.
That was about as useful as a
Oh
bump.
boy. Are we like... Still marked. It has very high will.
Pickle. That dog won't hunt.
Take him down.
I thought Adair had a thing where he doesn't die. Maybe he already used it. The thing where he doesn't die immediately. First time he goes down. I didn't see it if it did.
Second try, I say.
Alright, come on, we can do it.
The lantern flickers.
She's got 1 HP. Take it down. Take it down! How much? It's near death. Nope, she's down. Okay. Shodi needs a priest. Well, she is a priest. Alright, we killed it. Yeah, I think Maya was the only one who could actually deal damage to that thing reasonably. Alright, so they both have injuries. She has bruised ribs. He has bruised ribs, okay. Sucks, but...
Yeah? The beast.
Let's get up our spirit residue. All the spirit residue we could ever need.
Sure.
I really liked going for the ribs. I mean, it was basically just punching people, so that makes sense, I guess. Whoa! The wall formed from tessellating blocks of bismuth rises before you, and from out of that wall jets a face at least 3 amauas high. Its mouth hangs open in silent shout, eyes wide. This? A damp, frigid wind screams between the rocks. It carries whispers in its wake and chills you to your core.
What have we here?
Oh, hi, Rimmergand.
A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you?
The god chuckles, a sound like boulders crashing down a mountainside.
You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Barath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust?
The stone face splits into a broad smile. I doubt Barath would appreciate that.
I do not fear Barath's wrath. Embrace oblivion with open arms, Watcher.
The chill wind you first felt when you entered the place picks up. It becomes a deafening cacophony, a shriek so loud and sharp it might tear your very bones from your skin, or shred your soul to cobweb tatters. Wait! Your cry echoes out into the void. Slowly the wind dies, the cold abates.
Do you fear dissolution after all? How droll. As much as it would delight me to scatter your soul.
So, you
belong
do
to
fear Barath's wrath. Barath's wrath.
I will spare you that fate. For now.
I'm gonna say nothing.
Now, on to the matter that brought you here. Your Animancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension.
Is the dare out front? Oh no, I think that's actually Maya. The dare's right here, yeah.
Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died.
Oh, thank you. You're so generous, Rimmergand.
Be sure to tell the Animancers that they have failed, and that they have drawn my gaze. I will not hesitate to obliterate them if they irritate me again.
Say nothing.
You might prepare yourself, Watcher, for something wondrous is on the horizon. Eothas will usher in an age glorious in its brevity.
I'll usher in a glorious sword to your face! I'm gonna say nothing.
Enjoy the world as you know it while you can. And do send my regards to your Animancer friends.
Rimmergand's voice fades to nothing. Only the wind remains.
I'll never stray again if you just keep me away from Remergon.
Remergon? Is that how she said it?
Speak freely. Speak freely.
Some of these we can interact with. Alright, I think we got them all.
You were saying?
SOP when meeting a god, stay quiet. Yes, that is literally my standard operating procedure. It's just try to say the minimum possible.
Watcher, can you hear me?
You raise your head to find yourself surrounded by anxious faces. Flauna withdraws the finger currently prodding at your temple and nearly stumbles backwards.
Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic.
Flauna sets a hand to her chest and fans herself with the other.
I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked, and you went completely still. Breathing, but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face. What happened? Did you feel any pain? Do you remember anything?
Rimmergan sends his regards. Yeah, that's,
You had some kind of vision? A near-death experience?
With your safety assured, Flauna's sympathetic expression quickly cedes to professional curiosity. No, I mean, I literally went to the Beyond and spoke to Rimmergand.
What was it like?
Really not fun! Yes, that's what I would say.
Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted. We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness. Just as I hope this hasn't put you off helping us. We just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word. We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, I'm sure our friends at headquarters will want an update, and to see I haven't done you any permanent harm. We'll send word when we're ready here.
Do I not have the option to tell you that they were all
real quiet now.
that Rimmergand is gonna kill you if you do this again?
Hope you're keeping busy, Watcher. We're still running some small tests. Not quite ready for the real thing. What can I do for you?
Can I ask you some questions?
Sure thing, Amica. Comes with the job, doesn't it?
Okay. I guess I don't get it. Your accent doesn't sound very Valian.
Well, a few years in a deer will do that to you. Up to your armpits in jungle mud, insects, and snotty nobles. Probably would have been better off talking to the bugs.
Well, it sounds like Rimmer What's-His-Face doesn't like you guys, so I would love to help you out. It's weird I don't actually have the option to give them the warning. Like, he's gonna fuck you up. Animatsers were very popular in the Deerwood. Do the Huana give you trouble?
Oh, things are much different here. The Huana may not have the same passion for the field as the Republics, but we understand we're doing research, not sacrificing children to wolves or whatever it is the Deerwood believes.
That was mostly Theos planting rumors, to be fair.
So, no riots. Fortunately, news out of the Deerwood doesn't mean much to this lot.
Flauna winks to undercut her teasing. Seems like a strange place to run experiments. Well, they said it was for lightning, so...
It took us a few months to adapt. A few bad shocks too before we finished proofing the machinery against rain. I like to think it lends it all a little drama, no? Besides, how better to honor Helia than with
Billy
invention?
says it'll be fine. I guess she's...
For now,
I don't know how this is
no
honoring
trouble if you
Hylia,
think
but...
of anything else, Amica.
Sure. Alright, let's talk to Cadminazo. We're also going to level up after this.
Watcher, what a surprise to see you again.
Beneath a familiar pointed nose, Cadminazo's grin achieves a careful balance between polite and sneering. His once round face has grown gaunter since you last saw him.
If the rioters in Defiance Bay knew he was here, they'd be on the next boat to Deadfire, with a cargo of rope and torches.
I see we've all moved up in the world, haven't we? I assume you're here to raise the tower. No? Smash the machines then? Relieve yourself all over the diagrams?
Don't tell me they were stupid enough to put you in charge.
Regrettably, no. That honor goes to Flauna Elette, a charming young woman. Perhaps not as experienced as I, but I understand that the Sangreta Mea Compressa is more comfortable with their own people in charge.
So they're backed by the Valiant Trading Company.
We do fine work here. Not as personally fulfilling as my time in the sanitarium, but exciting in its way. The Huana have a much more forward-thinking stance on the sciences, so it's easier to find volunteers. Of which you are the latest, I hear. I look forward to working with you.
Stay out of trouble, Lazo.
Always.
Turns away with a final, half-hearted wave of dismissal.
I'm listening.
Okay, we gotta level everybody up. Let's see here. Slimy dude, yeah. He is... I think I want to get some more personal diplomacy. I get more personal insight. That's what I've been getting a lot of. Maybe I'll do that. Because this is the one, the skill that is checked the most by just your character rather than the group, apparently. So that's why I've been doing that. Don't tell that one guy Rim Doodad wants him to stop. Oh, boy. Power level. Oh, I get Moonwell. Yeah. So, as compared to the one we already have, which is... Where's the one we have? Oh, this one. The Moon's Light. Same amount of health, but this gives us the bonus to defenses, which is good. Overwhelming Wave is a stun. So technically an AoE stun, but it's like a wave, so... AoE, it doesn't say. This gives some damage and hobbled. Well, not very... Oh, it's an AoE that, okay, it deals damage over time. Okay. Sure. That's pretty decent then. There's a dexterity and fortitude though, which kind of sucks. Hailstorm, which is just a bunch of damage. Boiling Spray, also a bunch of damage. In a cone, so that's not great. Calling the World's Maw! Yeah. That's good. Form of the Delimgan. Faster. Look at that shit. It's alright. What are all these now? Allows the caster to shape area effect levels. Area effect spells modifying their area and power level. Casting targeted area effect spells gain the ability to increase or decrease the size of the area at the cost of benefit or power level. Use zone controls while targeting a shell to shape it. So you can just increase the area that it deals less damage basically. Penetration, penetration. These are the wild strikes, more penetration. Alright, I don't care about any of those. That's kind of interesting, but... Oh yeah, what's the spell we automatically get? Is Conjure Blight. Alright. The next time I play an RPG, I'll just pick my spells and abilities based on how metal they sound. Calling the World's Maw is probably up there. So, I think I want Moonwell, and then... maybe this one? Maybe this one. So this turned out to basically be useless just because I can't figure out how to get it to work. This is alright. I'm trying to look at my previous spells. I feel like I actually have a lot of fortitude spells, but How much penetration does it have? 9. How much does, like... Okay, that's the normal amount, I guess. That might be based on power level. I'm not sure. The thing about like this is if it's under penetration, then you're going to be doing really little damage because you're just leaving little ticks at a time. It's a pretty big AoE. Oh, I don't know. Let's get this, I guess. The dare. Get your athletics up. Sure, you can get some more intimidating, I guess. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So we have vigorous defense, which is good. That's... okay. And resistant to dexterity afflictions. Resistant to might afflictions. Additional defense against disengagement. Damage bonus. Fearless. Okay. What do you have already? You have increased will. I think we want this. Let's do charge. No. Doesn't really need a charge. I mean, these are all relevant. The resistant ones. That's cool. Just trying to prioritize which ones would be the most important ones. Which ones we see the most right now. I feel like staggered we see a fair amount, and dazed and stuns are bad, so maybe we'll do that. Jody. Get our mechanics. You're our mechanics person. You got religion pretty covered. We're gonna need someone with arcana, or metaphysics rather. I don't have anyone with that right now, but I'm mostly my diplomacy person. Yes, you get Circle of Protection, which is not as good since we have Moonwell. Moonwell is plus 10 defenses, so plus 15, but it also has the healing effect over time, and I think it lasts longer too, so... Also takes... Jesus, Circle of Protection takes a long ass time to cast. Let's see here. Shining Beacon. Oh wait, is this? Yeah, Devotions of the Faithful. This is the good shit. This is like... So, every ally in the AoE gets bonus damage and bonus accuracy, and every enemy in the AoE gets reduced damage and accuracy. It's very good. The spell shaping, those are the increased penetrations. Divine Terror. Frightened enemies. Cannot use hostile abilities, so they can't attack while they're frightened. That seems good. Hardy Inspiration. Which gives armor. Triumph of the Crusaders. Gives plus damage. This is okay. I mean, the Frightened also seems pretty good, actually. So maybe let's get Frightened. We'll get that next time. You I don't really care that much about. I'm just gonna train you in Sleight of Hand because I think it's funny and appropriate. So yeah, he's also a druid, just like I am. So he needs Hailstorm, because that's appropriate for him. He gets Boiling Spray automatically. Then I guess let's give him the Overwhelming Wave. Oh yeah, that actually seems even more appropriate. This whole thing is he has water abilities, so we're just giving him what's appropriate. Because I don't plan on using. He is definitely not something I'm gonna be keeping in the party for the long term. All right. She's an expert in explosives. It's very funny. Let's give her some Sleight of Hand. She, I do think, will be in the party long term because she's just going to be a damage machine. Plus, she's cool. So it's a question of what. So if it's Adair, Chody, her, then it's like probably a Loth is the 4th slot that's going to be most of the time. Sorry, Pelagina, but you're just, Pelagina's not going to be that useful. I mean, I could swap Chody out for Pelagina, maybe. That's probably doable. I mean, I'd also swap Adair out for Pelagina, actually, but Adair is far from necessary. I mean, he's my tank. I'm gonna have my tank, but I can probably maybe configure Pelagina as the tank. I don't know. I don't know how. Depends on how much engagement you can get her. Alright, let's look at your ranger abilities. So marked, if the prey is killed, the mark will jump to a nearby enemy. That's decent. Shot now hobbles the target. Up her engagement through equipment. Yeah, I can do that, but I can also do that on Adair. And he already has a bunch of extra engagement from abilities. I don't need revive. I don't need that. I don't need that. Do you have a barb or anyone else on the front line? No, it's just Adair. This is my plan with most party RPGs is to have one tank and then everyone else is a ranged character. Because then they don't have to move. And moving takes time when they're not attacking. So if they never have to move, they can attack more. This is the ideal. It varies how much it works out. Okay, so I think we just get this. Let's look at her rogue abilities. Bleed when moving, taking raw damage with each step, or distracts the target, which reduces its accuracy and makes it flanked. That's good. Gouging strike, raw damage over time until combat ends. I mean, that seems pretty good. All attacks on the target add a stacking penalty to deflection. Ooh, that seems good. Good night, Daimon. Finishing blow. Plus 50% damage. This is deals more damage based on the how much health they have left. I don't really like those kind of attacks. Two-handed gains staggered. Ranged gains plus 3 penetration. Does this mean that's on top of the other ones? Or does this not apply? Because, I mean, it is both a two-handed and a ranged weapon. Riposte. Incoming melee attacks. I mean, that would be very good if you were a melee, but you're not. Deep pockets. Oh. Whatever. So I think one of these upgrades. I don't think that one. This one is okay. I think this is really good. Stacking penalties to deflection. Okay, everybody's leveled up.
Aye, aye.
The strategy worked really well until there's one where my main character is the tank, and I didn't use it there. Eventually, I mean, once my character was leveled up and was just incredibly tanky with massive defenses. Adair is a little more fragile right now. Alright, so we gotta go try this thing out. Oh, we gotta go to the Temple of Wrath.
Scary.
Well, that's just a nice skull. Oh. Why is this one a cave icon rather than a door icon? Aww. Look at those. Look at those babies. Just hug us. Oh, dead bodies. Well, don't mind if I take the human meat off their bodies. Long incisions along the corpse's stomach and chest provide access to the organs. Oh my god. You can use this as food for your... Oh, it's food for your crew. Reduces their morale, though. Each chapel has been painstakingly engraved and recounting myths and parables in the Huana script.
Ought to be a cinch. Now that's dealt with.
Or that trap. No, no.
It hurts.
You knew it was trapped. Why weren't you disabling the trap?
You were saying? Let's go.
What is she now? Did she just get... Oh, she got 2 wounds. Jesus. An additional minus fortitude. Okay, we really have to go rest now. An ailing Amawa priest regards you with your approach with curiosity. He coughs into his sleeve, stained with a spatter of silvery flecks.
Come closer to the altar.
Come inside. The temple welcomes all to worship, most especially you.
The priest peers knowingly at the center of your chest, lips curving an ardent smile. Hands trembling, he touches a length of chain around his neck.
I ask only for no talking. Not until we pay our respects to Bereth, to Rikuhu. Let us pray.
He bows his head.
Silent prayer? Where are the songs, I say? Did you learn this from Valians?
Tekehu?
Again, I ask that you please fall silent for prayer.
I will cross my arms over my chest and watch.
Deity of life and death, the endless
Try to be respectful,
devourer who encompasses all existence, hear this prayer, this voice chiming. I beseech you, Kohopa and Tangaloa, to ready this shell for sucking. Purify my soul in preparation for the coming of the next cycle. Digest all of my devotion. Swallow my sorrows, even the smallest swell, so I can be spit on the morrow. And Rikuhu, Bereth, my god and goddess both, the eels that churn in ceaseless cycle, the new and the next, and...
Fine, I will finish it. From life to death to life again, blessed be an end. Nodding fervently, he accepts your ending to the invocation. He presses his hands over the center of his chest, touching the item tucked beneath his shirt. Then raising his head, he cracks a frail smile.
All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask.
What was that about preparing your soul for shucking?
End of the turn. I'm nearing it. Been working hard, preparing for weeks. You know, to die.
Yeah, I figured it out, yes.
But first, I've got to leave guidance for my apprentice, the next in the cycle. Chosen to lead.
He sweeps a hand toward the stone tomes piled across the floor. You're dying?
Been wasting away for months. Can't say it's been easy, dying so soon. I thought about stopping a few times.
You're killing yourself.
Maybe you can see. I'm no death godlike. Bereth bestowed not one in my generation with a chime. Not the next, neither. A flawed messenger like me can't open the crypts. So my best chance is to die.
Tell me about the writing on these tomes.
Liturgies. Instructions for ritual preparations. When and how. Sermons. Some histories, too.
His fingers trail carefully across stone as craggy as skin.
All of this, it's our knowledge has gleaned through centuries of service. Now, I've got to leave it all behind for the next disciple.
Impressive altar. What else can this temple boast?
Under the temple, carved in the mountain's caverns, lies an extraordinary maze of catacombs. So I've read. They're the hanging sepulchres, burial place for ancient Wana chieftains. The bodies are protected by Bereth's best, roaming, always. Plus, the ways sealed by the deity itself.
His words catch in his throat, and he curves forward in a spine-wrecking fit, hacking until he's flesh-faced. Fumbling a goat's skin flask to his lips, he drinks until middle silver liquid dribbles over and slicks his chin.
Better.
He wheezes, wiping a palm over his chin.
The timing's getting tighter. And there is one thing before the end. Something only one touched by Bereth can do.
You covet something in the catacombs, and the ones you can't access because you lack Barath's chime.
That's right. I've got no hope, but you do.
He tugs at a chain about his neck.
My ears, my infinity coil keeps rattling. Pendants resonating with your chime.
The priest presses the palm of his hand to the front of his chest. He stares, scrutinizing your face. He shakes his head, disappointed.
The coil resonates, but it's weak. You could unseal the way, but you'd die inside, I think. My chance would be lost then. Lost with your remains. Not just anyone can escape the hanging sepulchres. Alive.
Kith-bearing Brath's chime are rare. This may be the only chance you get.
My time's waning fast. Right you are on that.
He sighs, wavers on his feet. He releases his grip on the pendant with a feeble nod.
I'd best not let this chance pass. There's a sacred text. The eulogy to Isaiah. It's been buried in the catacombs beneath the temple for centuries, next to his champions.
We're gonna have to go rest before we do this, though.
I need it. Of course, the tombs, they only open to the dead, or those bearing Bereth's chime.
I'll get the eulogy for you. Well, why do you need Ysser's eulogy?
It never was added to the tomes, but it holds the final clues for my death. It's my best chance. I prayed for decades, night to day and night again. Now, here you are, just in time. Means Bereth sent you to see to my success.
Well, I have some questions.
I'll tell you what I can.
What's the story with the Ser?
He's no Juana, nor a death godlike neither, but he was a high priest of Bereth. His hair was a Diran, a hunter, chasing the undead 200 years ago. Read somewhere, one tome, he sailed to the Deadfire for a weapon, abhorrent to Bereth. Said the blade held a power most fearful.
The priest's face flushes with fervency. His voice rises in volume as he speaks until his breath catches and he doubles over into a hacking fit.
Issair fought hard for it, won the blade, but suffered grievous wounds. Bereth kept him alive till he could make it to the temple's catacombs. His champions were the ones who wrote his eulogy. Later, they were buried in the sepulchres too.
How do I enter the catacombs?
You've got to go outside. Priests before me, all death godlikes could open it. Door requires a coil, resonating with Bereth's chime. But I haven't met a death godlike in my time.
I wonder how this dialogue changes if you show up as a death godlike. I'd like to know more about the hanging sepulchres.
They're from the long-forgotten time, when there was only Juana living in the mountain. They got carved in even before the temple sprung up. Before there was Neketaka or a queen. They're well guarded, because not all of Bereth's dead like the rest in their graves.
Oh, these skeletons and shit. I got it.
All right.
Skeletons are really annoying to fight.
There's something you've got to know. Or I guess I've just got to say...
Some of them are immune to piercing damage, which is all guns and bows. Priest bobs his head, for beneath his shirt he untucks a stone-carved circlet in the image of an eel. The pendant vibrates on the length of its chain, thrumming harder the closer he holds it to you.
You're my best chance. Or only, maybe. Take the coil. It'll open the crypts. Bring me Issair's eulogy, and I'll teach you all I know of Bereth's arcana.
You mentioned something about undead in the catacombs?
The dead, with their souls, Not everyone's born so blessed. Sometimes, instead.
Alright.
I'm with Scandu.
I kind of like to go find an inn in the Gullet, because I'm guessing there is one.
How are you writing those reports of yours, Maya? Did you detail the Watcher? What about me?
I may have told the company one or two choice details about you.
For real? You thought me worth noting in your politic papers? Maybe I'll make my temple proud yet.
So you're flattered. Interesting. Guess I'll add that to the next report.
Yeah.
What say?
Speak freely.
Yeah?
I'm just hoping I don't get ambushed. We can also go south. There's probably an inn there too. Maybe there's not. I don't know. There's inns in Queensbirth. Well, actually, I guess there wasn't one in Pariki's Overlook. There was just the baths. Yeah, I think the only place we've actually found inns or one inn is in Queensbirth. So maybe there isn't one in the Gullet. Well, this is still probably the way to go. Just gotta make sure that Chody doesn't get injured again before we rest. That would be bad. Okay. You leave the bustle of the crowds behind, making your way along the winding pass into the Gullet. For a time the path ascends the mountain. Even so, the cramped walls and run-down Juana buildings close in around you, obscuring your view. You come to a dark passage cutting through the mountain, just wide enough to accommodate a wagon. The path here descends steadily into rock face. After a lengthy journey through a dimly lit tunnel, you come across the gates of the Gullet. Stench hits you first, a foul mixture of rot, stale air, and bodily odors. You notice a guardsman pushing a cart heaping high with moldering food, which must account for some of the smell. Ahead, the homes of the Gullet emerge as a collection of lights amid the darkness. You hear the rush of water below, and a frigid breeze wafts up from unseen depths like an exhalation.
Please, I did nothing.
You see a man being dragged along a rickety boardwalk toward a rusty cage that swings over the abyss. He strains against the guard's grip. The guard delivers a savage backhand.
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
The warrior casts a meaningful glance at a woman standing a short distance away.
Let him go!
She screams at the guards, but she doesn't dare approach. The man notices her. His face lights up with shame.
Beer, I'm sorry.
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
Ishi, down. Adair, what are you hiding?
The guards drag the Reparo into a metal cage and lock him inside. He shouts and rattles the bar as it is lowered over the edge of the platform. Eventually, his screams are lost to the depths. Well, I guess we don't get her to read here.
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
What crime could he have committed to deserve such a fate?
Be careful. The Gullet is no place for outsiders.
I've actually heard there's plenty of outsiders here. The Hole, that sounds like an inn.
Right.
This is the Gullet? I had not realized.
Takeu glances around wearing a distasteful expression. He raises his arm to cover his nose and mouth. Was calling it the Gullet not enough of a clue for you?
Stop, I say. This is no time for japes. The Mataru are supposed to take care of those below. This does not resemble care to me. Let us go on.
He gestures ahead, but his hand shakes until he brings it down and clutches it with the other. Takeyu turns his gaze to the ground beneath his feet. That seems awfully... Guess I'll pretend I didn't see it. I don't really want to be like... Beneath the dirt and mildew, these carvings look finely detailed and very old. I hope this is an inn, as opposed to just like a bar. Oh, look at that big guy.
How did you hear that about the boss?
With my own ears. Dario said there's treasures in that pit.
Shh! Have you lost your wits?
Oh, what a large place. Wow.
What would you call the color on that meat? Ash?
Onyx? Hello, Onyx. Yeah.
Yeah?
Berta. Whoops. An armored man stands by the far wall, observing a more lightly clothed woman as she busies herself with a handful of wires. The room falls silent, and you find yourself the center of attention.
Fire? I don't know this one.
She turns nods toward you.
We asked not to be disturbed. What are you doing here?
He grips his weapon and studies you closely. This is part of that quest. I don't know what I should be saying. Aren't she one of the Bardato guards?
Well, that's the end of subtle.
You told me you weren't followed.
Sally can't know that I was here.
Yep, that's what I was... Okay, let's not get into a fight. I was kind of worried about that. I was like, not sure if this is a good thing. I was trying to remember the circumstances of this quest. And I was like, I don't really remember. Alright,
It's nice. Far as holes in the ground go, I reckon.
With my own ears. Dario said there's treasures in that pit.
Shh! Have you lost your wits?
An Orlan-covered Toda ear tip in sable fur leans against the bar counting change. She gives you a wide, easy smile when she notices your approach, and slips the coins into her pocket with a wink.
Hey, fresh face. Welcome to the hole. Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something?
What is the medallion? I don't know what medallion I'm showing. Oh, the medallion of Delver's Row. Oh, okay, Elbeck. Have fun. I'm almost done, so... although I'll also be going to sleep pretty quick, but I'll pop over for a little bit, hopefully. I'd like to buy
What you need?
something. I'd like to rent a room.
I've got just the thing for you, fresh face. Just the thing. Do you prefer spider-free or spider-full?
Spider-free, actually. Let's see here. This is all of her shit. Let's see. Here's our, these are the same people that we were able to get elsewhere in this town, I think. In, Queen's Birth. Which I guess makes sense-ish. Alright, so... Let's get rest.
What would you call the color on that meat?
Oh yeah, just get an amulet of health. Give that on someone. I do have a quest item.
Fire?
We asked not to be disturbed. What are you doing here?
Persa? Zilly mentioned you might know something about a Valera plan. I don't know if this is gonna get me in trouble either.
Damn it, Persa!
Zili's family. I told him so he wouldn't try to get involved or stand in our way.
I don't remember. God darn it. I should have looked. I was going to look it up before I did this again, but I was like, it's probably fine. You're after the Bardado Vault, right? I want in.
Persa! What didn't you blab about?
I didn't. How did you...
This job's got too many moving pieces as it...
Oh god, they're still gonna attack me. Although, is that less of them? No, it's not less of them. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to avoid this. I'm curious. Let me look at my actual journal entries, try to refresh my memory of what's going on here. What is this quest? No, not that one. Not that one. I guess it's just down here. Oh, find Persa, okay. Okay. Oh. Well, that might be bad. Okay. Okay.
No complications.
Relax. We're emptying a vault, not
Oh, okay,
water
we can just
shaping.
listen.
Martino better come through with that boat he promised.
I'm sure there's a dinghy in your future.
I found all the information I'm going to. Oh, okay. I just had to listen. Never mind. That's all I had to do. Okay. Let's go back to the other, and we'll come back to the gullet next time and do all this shit. Let's go back to the temple area and check that out. It's daytime. What? More? Oh my god, more cutscenes. Jesus. Who's this now? The man saunters over to you with a jagged smile. He's got a long, crooked scar on his forearm, and he's rolled up his sleeve to flaunt it.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life.
He brandishes a knife. One of his companions grins widely enough to show you all of his missing teeth. But the way they're all gathered around you, leaving their own backs exposed, tells you they haven't been here long either. You're newer than I am, which means you're poaching on someone else's territory.
Told you.
One of the others punches the leader's shoulder. Thugs look at one another and exchange a few panicked whispers.
It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no?
He smiles, backing away. They hurry off, disappear back into the crowd. Okay, idiots. Dumbasses. Who looks at me and thinks, ah, here's a easy mark. Alright, we are going to the Sacred Stair. Oh, okay. I saw somebody mention this. I just didn't know how it worked. Yeah, so this is like fast travel, basically. That's cool. I could have, I guess, hit Temple of Barath. That's probably closest. Oh, this is fine. So we can open this door
You go in
now.
first.
But I want to try to figure out what's. I want to try to play around with this. Secure a rope and grappling hook. You tie the grappling hook around the trunk of the tree. A couple of firm tugs convince you that it will stand your weight as you climb down. Your grappling hook well secured around the tree extends the rope all the way to the tomb that opens into the mountain underneath you. Descend to the tomb's opening. Grab the rope, planting your feet on the edge of the precipice, and begin your descent. Gusts of wind sway you from side to side, forcing you to tightly grip the rope. It digs into your skin with every move. Despite the effort, your group proves their excellent conditioning. Everyone manages to reach the tomb's opening without exertion. Wow, everyone's got enough athletics. You stand on the narrow ledge of the tomb's entrance, its passage leading into darkness. Your rope dangles from the tree above. You look inside the passage. Light filters inside just enough to illuminate entombed skeletons resting in alcoves hollowed out from the rocky walls of the cavern. The stone slab floor appears to have been laid hundreds of years ago. Ahead, the passage disappears into darkness. Going into the tomb. You follow the passage. The winds rage outside, yet the air of the tomb doesn't stir, stale and heavy. Steps carved in on the rock descend deep into the mountain. You walk down the steps, every stride echoing through the cavernous passage. Skeletal remains poke out of niches on the walls, lining up the way until the steps land into a narrow corridor. You stand before a hallway. Its columns frame dozens of tombs hollowed into the rock, Cubby holes line the walls. Skeletal remains litter every alcove and spill onto the stone slabs that tile the floor. Inspect the hallway? You carefully scan this corridor and focus on every detail. Skeletal remains, probably dislodged from their cubbyholes over centuries, litter the edges of the walls. Judging by an emblem etched onto the stones of the tombs, members of the same clan or group lie buried here. A faint sparkle catches your eye. Under a pile of bones cluttered inside an alcove, you discern something glittering. It seems to be within easy reach. Retrieve the glittering object from the tomb! Nothing could go wrong here. You reach inside the cubbyhole, digging into the pile of bones and stones. Your fingers touch something cold, the surface smooth as glass. You grab it, surprised at its weight, and pull it out to reveal a large ruby resting on the palm of your hand. Alright. Across the hallway and continue. You stand in a dark, narrow cavern. The path ahead twists in its descent. Yeah, continue down. Continue onward, following the turns on the path with a careful but sure stride. As you round the bend, a drift of cold air announces the end of the narrow passage. Its exit appears ahead, flanked by half-interred bodies. You step out into an enormous cavern, its walls and sharp cliffs riddled with tombs, leading into places unknown. Could not... I'm sure there's nothing that's going to go badly here. Nothing at all. Where is said skeleton?
Take him down.
Oh, there it is.
Right between the eyes.
Oh, more. Oh my. Oh my. That's a lot of skeletons. Well, at least these skeletons are not immune to, Oh, they have 10 armor against piercing, but they're not immune to piercing. She does not need that on.
Lavru, be on seek.
Can't make a dent.
Oh, these are like... Oh, these are special guys. These are special boys. Oh, you need to go back there.
Take him down.
Oh my. Look at all those boys. So damage over time. No, just reduces actions. that has very short range. Interesting.
No good.
Worth and rough!
It's not supposed to happen. Let's go. Take him down.
Oh, fuck.
Makes no difference.
Alright, we killed that guy. Killed the mage. That's good. What's this guy got? Is he... Oh, he's got a bow?
Speak freely.
Come on!
Can't make a dent.
Yeah?
Take him down.
Keep trying, buddy. I believe in you.
That must have hurt.
Let's go.
Ah, the bird killed it. Alright, well, those were some tough enemies. Oh my god. And some good loot.
Yeah.
Okay. interesting. Okay, first of all, let's go over to Hugh. Yeah. Nice. Oh, fancy Adair. And your shield. Shouldn't this be better? Oh, it is better. Okay. Just didn't look like it. And you are using a rod, right? Oh, but you're using a special rod already. We do have this exceptional robe, which someone should wear. Either me or, that's probably more fitting for you. And I've just gonna keep wearing my coat, even though it's not.
Yeah, sure.
Boosted. Oh yeah, this is the sepulchers.
Slippery as an eel.
I don't know if we want to do this then, because it said it was difficult. Forgotten Mausoleum. Where? Yeah, it says it's very difficult. So I think we might want to come back here when we're higher level, but we got some good initial loot. I wonder if it's possible to find the way back out. The normal way out, not this way.
Take a go.
Whoop.
You're over there.
Okay. Yeah, just pull that volcanic rock out of his skull.
Take a go. You're over there.
I see a soul in the darkness.
Oh boy.
One ready for.
Oh god. Bye. I mean, we did kill those guys, but I don't really feel like getting into a big fight with them again. Oh. Oh. The skeleton stands rigid as stone and just as strong, eternally warding the crypt beyond. The skeleton's chest is bowed outward from pride. Its stout, boned hands clutch the haft of a heavily adorned but battle-worn spear. Above the skull, an eroded graving in the wall depicts a man standing triumphant under a great gate. So... An eroded engraving on the wall depicts a kneeling woman raising a lantern. Oh, this one fingers the grip of the rest of her hands. Okay. That looks like it would maybe be... It looks like either that was the way in, or that's the tomb that I'm looking for.
This I cannot do.
Nope, nope, stop. Why can't you look at the goddamn thing? The doors are shut fast. Alright. Oh. Hello.
What have we here?
Oh yeah, search that skull. Oh. Oh my. Ooh. Whoop whoop.
There's much to see in the light. Ought to be a cinch. I've done it good.
I hope that guy is
Well,
Right.
Bye. Alright, I think we did a pretty good job of looting that shit. And hopefully, I think we're going to be able to leave through here. I wonder what the dialogue is like if you just go in here that way, that back way, and show up to that priest and be like, "Oh, you mean this thing? Is this what you wanted?" Alright, so let's save here. We'll go to the gullet next time. Let's look at our... Oh, he didn't like that I didn't say anything? Oh, maybe I should have said something to him. Shit. Oh, Nagataka. It's considered a separate faction from the Juana. Huh. That's interesting. And it's not a minor faction. That's interesting. I am very benevolent. Yeah, the two things I don't have at all are shady and cruel, which seems appropriate. Look at that! He's got two! He really likes her. She doesn't like anyone. She really... Wow. He really likes her. Interesting. Yeah, those are the most powerful things we've killed, actually. It's interesting. Not that surprising, I guess. But... His defenses are getting better. They're not the most amazing yet, though. But we'll get there. Yeah, she doesn't actually have that big of accuracy, which is interesting. I guess, oh, the arquebus is, yeah, not helping. The innate penalty for the arquebus. Okay, well, thanks to everyone for joining me tonight for Deadfire. We should really go, before we go to the Gullet, we should probably go and get Pallegina from, I think, Queensbirth next time. Just gotta remember that that's where, I think that's where she is, in one of those areas. Yeah, so thanks everyone for joining me. I will be back next Monday. More Deadfire. We actually had some fighting this time. We had no fights for the past 2 streams, which is fine. It was a lot of fun, but I also do like the combat in this game. Let's go to the schedule. I should be back tomorrow night for Dishonored 2. We are... Let's see, we finished the conservatory. Oh, we're going into a haunted mansion. That's right, the haunted mansion. That's what we're doing next time on tomorrow night on Dishonored. This is the rest of the schedule. I'm going to update for Sundays. Next Sunday we're going to play Endless Legend. Again, we're going to continue what we did yesterday. And then the Sunday after that is when we start Crusader Kings, because the next expansion will be out. You can follow me for notifications when I go live. You can sub for emotes of my cats. We had both of them on stream tonight. Yeah. Dio, what are you doing now? Just exploring. Checking stuff out. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys hanging out, chatting. I hope that you had a good time and that you will join me again in the future. Goodbye.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. I say so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together in the box, and now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell.